Hello and welcome to our second course in Fusion 360. I'm going to start off by saying that I recommend you watch this entire video because there are some key differences compared to the first course that you took with me previously. So in your OneNote binder, if you go to your Fusion 360 tab, you're going to see a new page that looks like this. It's going to be called Intro to 3D Modeling Course. And you're also going to see a Downloading Course Resources page and an Evidence of Completion to page. So let's go over the first intro and talk about some of the differences and what you're going to be doing in this course. So in a minute, I will post the link to this video that I'm currently recording right here. But you should go back to the Autodesk Design Academy website, log in with your username and password, and then go into the search option in the top right corner and search Introduction to 3D Modeling. Now the key thing here is make sure you click the second option there, and it should take you to the page that you see below. Don't click the first one. You'll see that the first one's for like the curriculum or something like that. Click the second option after searching that, and that'll take you to the course that looks like this. Remember, you got to make sure that you enroll, so click enroll up in the top middle screen, and then you'll be enrolled for that course. And then let's go into the downloading course resources. This is also different than what we did for the other course. So if you take a look at lesson 1 and expand it, you're going to go into the project resources, and it's going to take you to a page that looks like this, and you're going to want to click on that first link. That first link will go ahead and download the folder for you, which should pop up on the bottom, and then you can click show in folder when it's done, and then we go through the same steps that you did before to extract all, extract it, and then we close the window that opens and we delete the original zipped folder. And then what we're going to do is go ahead and rename that unzipped folder to just Intro to 3D Modeling Course Resources. And then that's where your course resources will be for this course. Now, the one additional thing I did want you to make note of, which is right here, which I don't want you to miss, is that since we're downloading stuff, I want you to go to exercises for lesson, I want you to go and download the practice exercises for lesson 5 and 6, and then follow those same steps. So if you look into lessons 5 and 6, let me just scroll down there for you. If you go to the very bottom, there's practice exercises which you need to download for lesson 5 and for lesson 6. So download those, and then after you do that, you'll have to extract them. And then what I recommend is moving them into the Intro to 3D Modeling resources. That way everything is just in one folder. You have all those course resources, and then you have the lesson 5 practice exercises and the lesson 6 practice exercises all in one folder. So now when they ask you to open or do anything for the class, you can go just click into your downloads, click into Intro to 3D Modeling resources, and you will have all of your files in there that you will need for each different lesson. So that's some of the differences with downloading. Let's take a look at the evidence of completion page, which is also a little bit different here. One of the first things you're going to notice is that it's a little bit more points, and we'll explain the breakdown of the points here. It's 50 total points for completing this. But let's take a look at the directions. You're only completing lessons 1 through 6. That's a key thing. You don't have to do, I believe, how many are there? There are 13 lessons. You only have to do the first 6. So lessons 1 through 6 are the ones I will be looking for from you. And just so you know, I completed this first one as an example. Some of you were getting confused with the screen clipping, like you were screen clipping some pictures of things you were doing in the lesson. I really just want to see the expanded lesson with the green check mark, and all of these are green, which tells me that you did that. I would also again like to see a summary of your lessons and notes over here. So the other thing I want you to look at is, let's read step 2 in the directions. Prior to starting the lesson, check the video differences column in case there are differences in the software compared to the video. So something new that I added is this video differences column. So I already went through and took the course up to lesson 6 for you. And as I was doing that, I did catch some differences and some things that I think are going to hang you up or give you some problems. So I want you, like, once you get to lesson 3, read through the video differences so you can be aware of that and just keep moving through that lesson without running into a problem and getting stuck. So as you go through these, read through these before you complete the lesson, because I'm telling you about some differences that are going on in the video that might just hold you up a little bit. So make note of that. Let's talk about a deadline. You're going to have 1 week to complete these 6 lessons. It's going to be due this upcoming Friday, 4/3 by 3:15 p.m. So, and if you, and some other, let's go to direction number 4. Don't wait till Friday to finish the entire course. Try and do at least like 1 or 2 a day. So don't procrastinate. Don't think you're going to knock all this out on Friday. And because I'm giving you that time deadline, you want to make sure that you're kind of breaking this up and chunking it throughout the week. Maybe do like 1 or 2 lessons a day to make sure you hit that 3:15 deadline on Friday. If you finish the course evidence after the due date and time, then you need to email me. So some of you haven't finished the first initial course and I'm still waiting on an email. You need to email me because otherwise I don't know to go and grade it. So those are some of the those are the directions for you all laid out. The last thing I want to call out is lesson 5 and lesson 6. So if you notice, 1 through 4 are all worth 5 points. Lesson 5 and 6 are worth 10 points because there's a little bit more involved. They have those practice exercises like we just talked about downloading at the end. So they're more points because you're actually taking what you've learned and you're applying it to some different models and creating some different things in those practice exercises. So that's why these 2 are more points. Let's also look at some of the directions I left you in the screen clipping area. So for lesson 5, you need to insert a total of 4 pictures below these directions. You do not have to do practice exercises, or PE as I abbreviate them, number 4 and number 5. So there's a total of 5 practice exercises. You only have to do the first 3, 1, 2, and 3. You don't have to do 4 and 5. And you're going to insert a picture of those 3 right here. And then finally your 4th picture will be the green check mark. So you're going to have a total of 4 pictures right here. Alright, and remember to read over these video differences for lesson 5. Lesson 6 is very, very similar because it's worth 10 points. You're inserting 4 pictures and you don't have to do 1 or 4 for the practice exercises at the end of lesson 6. You only have to do 2, 3, and 5. And then again, you're going to insert a picture for each one of those and the green check marks below this to get your full 10 points. One other quick thing, and I highlighted it down here, when you get to practice exercise step 5, there are some missing dimensions, so I did have to make up a few dimensions on my own because they were missing some in their drawing that they give you to create a model. So just be aware of that. And again, as always, remember it's okay to make mistakes. It's okay to not get something the first time. And I heard a quote the other day, and it shouldn't be about winning or losing. It should be about winning and learning. You know, you can learn from something that you think is a loss or something that you think is difficult. It's okay to struggle. It's okay to not get something right the first time. You know, learn from those mistakes. Reach out to me, ask me questions, get on Skype, send me emails, and let's communicate back and forth so you can get through this and you can learn. That's my biggest thing, is just staying in communication and using all your effort to really get through this and just learn the software and practice and get a feel for it, so that way when I do give you a model or to do a drawing, you could just do it on your own. It's okay if you're struggling a little bit through these courses. That's fine. You're learning. You're learning along the way. It's something brand new to you. Yeah, that's it. Reach out to me through Skype, send an email, and make sure you hit that Friday by 3:15 deadline and send me an email if you don't. If you need a little bit more time. Again, stay in contact with me. And as always, I wish you all good health, and I'm really looking forward to seeing all of your work and hearing from you this week as we go through this second course in Fusion 360.